The blare of the city envelops me, traffic's roar punctuates the rhythm of my solitary walk. It's as if the universe conspired to cast me out, each shadow on the pavement a reminder of her absence. I hold a coffee cup in one hand, empty now, save for memories, and a crumpled letter in the other. Words, scratched onto paper with urgency, offer no comfort. Plans that were once ours. A future evaporated. It happened in an instant, her leaving. Like waking up to a silent home that once breathed life with laughter and warmth. All that's left is silence, a quiet that screams in my ears more than any cacophony could. She said we diverged, paths splitting till they no longer touched. So here I am, wandering, trying to escape the echoes of what was. My feet find their way to the park where we shared many afternoons. I sit on our bench. The wood groans beneath me. Around me, leaves swirl, autumn's palette painting the air, with a chill that bites worse than any winter. Mothers and children pass by, their lives a carousel of joy spinning in irony to my own stop-motion existence. I feel the cracks widening, my soul hollowed by disillusionment. Trust. What a mockery. The earth shudders beneath my feet with each heavy realization. Trusting was my downfall, wasn't it? For the first time, I doubt, question the very foundations that have upheld me. All those nights she whispered promises, weaving dreams into the night. I trusted in them. Trusted her. In my pocket, an old pendant finds my thumb, its familiar grooves an anchor. I had almost thrown it away weeks ago. A relic of innocence, of faith. Grandma had pressed it into my palm when I was a child. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, she'd said. It's a simple chain, but feels heavier now, as if weighted by guilt and what feels almost like betrayal. Suddenly, images bombard my vision, painting memories across my mind's eye. I'm 5 again, knees scraped from chasing dreams in the backyard, Grandma's voice like honey wrapping my wounds, soothing my fears with the nectar of ancient wisdom. She speaks of faith, of letting go. Of leaning not on what I understand, but onto what I don't, a Lord's promise invisible, and yet ever present. Her words are limestone, worn smooth, constant, unyielding. I muffle a laugh, bitter, acrid on my tongue, thinking how even then, I wanted everything explained. Wanted control. But trust doesn't negotiate with the heart's logic. It's a plunge into unknown waters, not a careful step on ground well trodden. I rise from the bench, autumn retreating underfoot. The path loops around to a playground, swings clanging in the wind. Childhood's triumphant creak echoes against today's silence. To my right, a child struggles to find his way across the monkey bars. Hands tiny, eyes unwavering, he swings, stretches, and somehow trustingly reaches that next bar. I freeze, heart clenching as if gripped by celestial force. In him, I see the purity of faith, the innate belief that hands unseen will guide him across. An assurance not born of past successes, but of something deeper, innate. It's woven into his being, unscarred by the burden of proof we adults demand. A return to innocence of trust begins its whisper in my mind. I move closer, standing now at the edge of the park, watching city life play its chaotic symphony. Vehicles rush by with people in varying degrees of hurry, lives drifting like autumn leaves. I pull the letter from my coat once more, paper fragile in my grasp. Her last words flicker beneath city lights, and I notice now that each sounds like possibility rather than end. Trust. I hear it again, Grandma's voice pulling me back one last time, steady as the ground beneath my dissenting feet. This is what she meant, not the assurance of safe passage, but the fortitude to step forward despite it all. A busker tunes his guitar nearby, notes rising in hopeful crescendo, tumbling into the crisp evening haze. A woman with silver hair stops to listen, her presence gentle yet commanding in the way of those who've seen it all. Her eyes meet mine just briefly, a stranger's empathy touching the rawness of my soul. In that exchange, I feel something shift, an alignment more profound than understanding. I slip the pendant back into my pocket, its weight no longer burdensome, but grounding. A talisman for this journey, steps reborn with cautious faith. Tonight, I don't return home immediately. Instead, I wander beneath the city's canopy of light-streaked shadow, each corner a chance for renewal. My resilience grows, branching from the trust one chooses to nurture. It's tender yet unwavering, a love song whispered into the vastness, a promise to the self I once knew. And so, in the heart of the city, against the chorus of life tumbling endlessly forward, I find a quiet peace. With each step, my faith swells, not in certainty, but in the mere act of trusting again. This time in the unseen, the unspoken, cradled in an understanding not of logic, but of heart. I stand at the cusp of something new, breathing deeply of the night air perfumed by memory and promise. And there, beneath a celestial vault where stars begin to ink themselves into being, I slowly release the promise of control. Each measured step forwards marks a return, not to the past, but to the heart, where the journey of faith begins again.